Ladies and gentlemen, in the last few videos, we saw adder circuits. We started off with a half adder, then we made a full adder, then we used four full adder blocks to make a 4-bit parallel adder. Then we use a 4-bit parallel adders to make a BCD adder. So we saw the development in QX as well as in Verilog. Now it is time to see about subtraction, binary subtraction and subtractor circuits. So in this video we see about a half subtractor. So let me start with that presentation. So the speech is organized when you are learning outcomes, so design of a binary half subtractor, then half subtractor with integrated circuits and half subtractor on Verilog, and then you the summary of what you learned. What you will learn are you will learn the theory of binary subtraction with the half subtractor and design that. Then you will learn to implement this half subtractor in QX and Verilog. Then you will appreciate the wiring diagram for the half subtractor with the LSI chips. So a binary subtractor actually subtracts two bits, say xn and yn, to produce a difference bit dn and a borrow out bit bn. So this half subtractor does not receive any borrow from previous stage, like the half adder does not receive any previous carry. This half subtractor does not receive any input or borrow from any previous stage. It is actually the rightmost stage in any subtraction. The truth table of the half subtractor is like this. That is, let us look at the possibilities for xn and yn, they being 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. When xn and yn are zeros, the difference is 0 minus 0, it is 0 and the borrow is 0. When xn is 0 and yn is 0, xn minus yn is 1, 0 minus 1 is 1 with a borrow 1, because this stage has to borrow a 1 from the adjacent stage. Then it is 1 minus 0, the difference is a 1 and the borrow is a 0. Then 1 minus 1, the difference is 0 and the borrow is 0. So you can see that this Dn is essentially an exclusive OR circuit, just like our sum bit in a half adder. But that Bn is different. Bn is nothing but xn and yn. Sorry, xn complement and yn, I'm sorry. Bn is 1 is here, it is xn complement and yn. Dn is xor yn. So these two equations summarize a half subtractor. Dn, the difference is xn xor yn, and Cn is xn complement and yn. So you can see that this Dn is similar to the sum bit in a half adder, but you cannot say that a half adder and half subtractor are doing the same thing, because there the carry is xn and yn. Here the borrow is, this is actually Bn, not Cn. This is Bn, not Cn. This is Bn is xn complement and yn. So the circuit looks like this. Is xn yn. This is Dn is xn exclusive or yn, and Bn is nothing but xn complement and yn. Xn complement and yn. Now I can put it on board. I can have the simulation in QX. I will go to QX and take a simulation of this. We open a terminal. I type QX. I open this project. These are all in binary arith code. Binary adder.prj, that project file. If you look here, I can have a half adder here, half subtractor. I have a half subtractor here. This is a half subtractor. If you this IC or this block, pin 1 and 2 are inputs, and pin 4 is borrow output, and pin 2 is the difference output. Now let us look into this sub-circuit. Now this sub-circuit looks like this. No, this is not the circuit. This is the circuit, I think. This is a half subtractor circuit, and I will go into this into the sub circuit. Here it is, that is correct. Now you can see that this block is my half subtractor. Its pin 1 is xn, that is connected to a signal with 2 nanosecond, and this thing that is connected to yn, that is connected to a 1 nanosecond pulse. This pin 3 is my DN, and pin 4 is my BN. Now let us analyze this sub-circuit. That sub-circuit looks like this. Here you can see that these ports P1, this is my XN, this is my YN, this is XN complement, this is a NOT gate. This is a logical inverter. So this point is XN, this is XN XOR YN, this is my DN. Xn XOR yn, the third pin, this is my DN or sum, the difference, and here this is Xn complement and Yn, this is an AND gate, Xn complement Yn, this is my borrow input. Okay, so this I embed this sub circuit I embed in this half subtractor, and I can run the simulation. You can see that the truth table is correct. You can see that when it is 0 0, the difference is 0, borrow is 0. When it is 0 1, the difference is 1 and the borrow is 1. When it is 1 0, the difference is 1 and the borrow is 0. When it is 1 1, the difference is 0 and the borrow is 0. So that checks your truth table. Now let me go back to my presentation. So this is how I verify the truth table in QX. Now if you wire up this in board, say if you go to the lab and take an XOR gate and a 7408, so what you need is an XOR gate and AND gate, okay, and an inverter also. So what I do is I should be then I should put 3 chips in the board. So what I do is I made a different way. I used an XOR gate as an inverter. I told you in one of the previous classes how to make an inverter out of an XOR gate. So here it is X and Y. This chip, first you have to place these chips and connect the 7th pins to ground, 14 is to VCC, and wire up the circuit. So this is Xn and Yn. This goes into my first XOR gate. The output is my difference. This actually SI marker, but this is a difference that is connected to an LED through a 220 ohm resistor. Now I have to make X complement. So X complement, either I can put a separate inverter chip, then in that case I have to wire 3 chips. So I can use this XOR gate as an inverter. If I tie one of the inputs to logic high, then this XOR gate acts like an inverter. If I tie one of this, because if this is X, this is X and 0 or X bar and 1, so this is X bar, this is a complemented output. So whatever I give here, that gets complemented here. If I pull one of the inputs to high, the XOR gate becomes an inverter. So the other one I tie to Xn, okay, it is given to an AND gate. The other input is given to Y, okay, so that at the output of this AND gate, this is my Xn complement and Yn. This I can check with an LED. So I can apply patterns here with a toggle switch or with a pattern generator. I can give 0 1 1 0 patterns to Xn and Yn and observe this output DN and Bn. This is my Bn, this is my Bn, and this is my Dn. Okay. Now I can now the third method of implementation is using a Verilog. So what I can do is this is pretty straightforward. You must be familiar with Verilog coding. Now I start with a module, some half subtractor, some name. Output wire is a difference, borrow, and the input wires are X and Y. So I put a internal net wire A because I need an inverter, so I need an internal net. So first is the difference becomes X and Y are XORed to form the difference. This is a difference, XOR N1. This gate makes my difference. This is an XOR gate, 2 input XOR gate. Then this X should be inverted because I need X bar Y for my borrow. So first I have to knot this X to form the internal net A, okay. Then and A and Y, that this is my x bar and Y. This gives you N3 gives you x bar and Y, that is my Boro output. So this you can see in the editor. You can say that this is a half subtractor. This is its test bench. Here this is my half subtractor. First there is an XOR gate that makes your difference. Then there's an inverter that takes x complement, that gives me x complement, and this is x complement, and Y gives me my Boro. So here this test bench. So here I include grave include h sub dot v. This is my device under h sub dot v. So this I include here. Then I start a module with XY as registers and outputs difference and Boro as wires. Then take an instance of h sub. H sub is diff Boro XY. Okay, so the difference of the half subtractor is created. This is a half subtractor. Actually, I modified the other code. I modified the code of a full adder. So here it is, the signals are diff Boro and x and y. So here I dump to h sub dot VCD. Here I give these signals to these different signals to x and y, and you finish this. Now if I run this code, I open a terminal here. I enhance it a little. I say I verilog h sub dot v, okay, and I run the test bench. I verilog h sub tb dot v, say minus o some a dot out. It is compiled without any error, so I say a dot out. You can see the different patterns. For x equal to 0, y equal to 0, the Boro is 0 and the difference is 0. When x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, the difference is 1 and the Boro is 1. When x equal to 1 and y equal to 0, the difference is 1 and the Boro is 0. When x equal to 1, y equal to 1, the difference is 0 and the Boro is 0. Now you can observe the waveforms also. GTK wave. You can observe these signals x, y. Difference. You can see these signals. When it is 0, 0, it is both are 0, the carry and the Boro and the difference are 0. When it is 0, 1, the Boro becomes a 1 and the carry and the difference becomes a 1 and the Boro becomes a 1. When it is 1, 0, the difference is a 1 and the Boro becomes a 0. When both are 1s, 1, 1, both are 0. Both Boro and difference are zeros. Let me go back to my presentation. So you learned the theory of binary subtraction with a half subtractor, and you designed a half subtractor. You learned to implement it in QUIX and Verilog. Then you understood the wiring diagram for half subtractor with the ICs. And that is the end of this presentation. I thank you all.